Welcome to Lesson 1 of Unit 1B. And this is a continuation of the last video that you saw. This one is where we're going to practice factoring trinomials with a leading coefficient that is not equal to 1. And there's a few more steps to this. So if you notice the quadratic that we're going to work on, it's 2x squared plus 9x plus 7. So the very first step that we do is a little different. The last step, we looked at this last number. This has a leading coefficient 2, so we need to take this into account. So step 1, we're going to multiply the first term and the last term of the trinomial. So we're going to take that coefficient of the first term and the last term and multiply them together. So 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, step 2, find two numbers that are factors of 14 and whose sum is 9. Okay, there aren't a lot of factors of 14. So we have 1, which I didn't include here, so we can have 1 and 14. And we have 2 and 7. Okay, the criteria is that these also have to add up to 9. So we can see that 1 and 14 are not going to add to 9, but 2 and 7 are. So those are our two factors. If I put a 2 in here, and a 2 in here, and a 7 in here, and a 7 in here, we know that 2 times 7 is 14, and 2 plus 7 is 9. So those two numbers work. Okay, so here's where things get a little different than last time. We're going to step 3. We're going to replace the middle term with those two numbers. So if you see here, we have 9x in the middle. We're going to replace 9x with a 2x and a 7x. And you have to decide where you want to put it. Do you want to put it on this side of the equation, or do you want to put it on this side? So I looked here and I said, well, I've already got a 2x over here, so I'm going to put the 2x close to that one. And I already have a 7 over here, so I'm going to put the 7x close to that one. And you'll see why in a minute. All right, so we just replaced the middle term with the two numbers. Now we're on step 4. We're going to group the binomials. So that means I'm just going to underline the 2x squared plus a 2x, and I have a binomial. And I'm going to underline 7x plus 7. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to put them into parentheses. So they're nicely grouped, and I have two binomials. But the problem is I'm not multiplying them, I'm adding them. So I need to find common factors. So if I look at 2x squared plus 2x, I can see that I can factor out a 2. And I can also factor out an x. So if I put the 2x on the outside, I say to myself, what do I multiply 2x by to get 2x squared? Well, x. So the x goes there. And then 2x times what gives me 2x? Well, 1. So I just factored out a 2x from this binomial. And now I have 2x, parentheses, x plus 1. We do the same for this one up here. I can factor out a 7. There's a common number right there. So I factored out the 7, and I'm left with x plus 1. So what you should notice right away is that I have these two that are the same. And if that happens, then I know that I'm saying 2x times this thing and 7 times this thing. So what if we just add the 2x and the 7 together and put them in their own grouping? So the last step is to regroup. So I'm going to take the 2x plus 7, and it goes here. And what are we asking you to multiply by? You're multiplying both of those things by x plus 1. So x plus 1. And those are the steps we're going to follow. So what I'd like you to do is stop the video. And I'm just going to slide it up here, if it will let me, and write down the steps. So the steps for factoring a trinomial with a leading coefficient that's not 1. Multiply the first and last number of the trinomial. Find the two numbers that are factors. Replace the middle term with the two numbers. Group the binomials. Find common factors, and then regroup. It sounds like a lot, but once you've done that 4 or 5 times, you'll get it. All right, I'm going to go to a piece of paper and I'm going to work through some of these. You're going to take a minute and write down all of these steps. So let's walk through this first problem. So we have 10x squared plus 11x plus 3. Step 1, we're going to multiply the first term and the last term. or at least the coefficient of the first term. So 10 times 3 is 30. So I'm looking for numbers that are multiples of 30. Let's move that over. Okay, but add up to 11. Okay, so let's start. So I have 1 and 30. I have 2 and 15. I have 3 and 10. Let's see, we have 4. That doesn't go into it. 5. Yep, 5 and 6. And if I do 6, I'm back to 5 again. So those are all my numbers that add up to 30. Now I'm looking for 2 of these whose sum is 11. All right, so it's not these, not this, not this. Oops, we get to the last one right there. And 5 and 6 is 11. Okay, so that's the same as when we did the first one. The only difference is we had to multiply these together. So the first type. All right, so now what's different is I'm taking this middle term and I'm going to replace it. So I'm going to write 10x squared. And I'm going to replace this with 5 and 6x. Now I have to decide which goes where. So if you notice up here, I have a 10x here and a 5. So they're factors of each other. And I have a 3 and a 6. So those are factors of each other. So I'm going to write the 5 here. And I'm going to write the 6 over here. So all I did was I took that 11 and I broke it up into 5x and 6x. Okay, my next step is to group these together. So I'm just going to write them like this. Plus 6x plus 3. All right, so now I'm looking for whatever I can factor out of those. What do they have in common? So I look at the 10x and I look at the 5x, and I can factor out an x. So I can also factor out a 5. So I'm going to factor out 5x. 5x times 2x gives me 10x squared. And 5x times 1 gives me 5x. Let's come over here and do the same thing. Between those two, I see that I have a 6 and a 3. I can factor out a 3. 3 goes into 6, 2x. 3 times what gives me 3? Well, 1. All right, so I know I did something right because these two are the same. So now I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to put them together. 5x plus 3. Multiply. Well, here we multiply 5x times this, and here we multiplied it times 3. We're just going to multiply them at the same time. And there's my factoring. Okay, let's try one more, and then you're going to try some on your own. So again, step 1, multiply first and last number. So we have 2 times 21, or 42. I need to find two numbers when I add them together give me a negative 13. All right, so let's start writing our factors. So 1 and 42, 2 and 21, 3 goes into 4 once, and 3 goes into, so 14, 3 and 14. Let's go down. 4 won't divide even into it, 5 won't, 6 will, 6 and 7. 6 times 7 is 42. And then we do 7 and we're back to that. So I need two numbers. When I add them together, give me a negative 13. And when I multiply them, give me a 42. All right, so let's look here. One of them has to be positive and one of them has to be negative. Oh, I take that back. So this is a positive 42. If it's a positive 42, they both have the same sign. So that must mean that they're both negative. Okay, so both of these have to be negative, and when I add them together, I should get a negative 13. If I look down here, 6 and 7, negative 6 and negative 7 equals a negative 13. So these are my two factors, and I'm going to replace this with these two numbers. All right, so here we go. 2x squared plus, now I have a choice. I can put a 6 here, or I can put a 7. My last number is 21, so that's a multiple of 7. So I'm thinking I'm going to put the 7 second. So it's going to be a minus 6, so I'm going to replace this with a minus 6x and a minus 7x plus 21. Okay, so now I want to group these together. I'm going to write this as parentheses 2x squared minus 6x. And here we have a problem. This is a negative 7 and this is a positive 21, so what can I do? I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this, so what if I do this? I'm going to put the minus sign down here. So I'm going to put the minus sign, and what do I have to do inside here? Well, that makes sense because that's going to be minus 7x. But this is a positive 21. The only way we're going to make that a positive 21 is if we do this. Because this says, give me the opposite of that, negative 7x. Give me the opposite of that. It's positive 21. All right, so now I've grouped everything together. And now I start looking for their factors. So I look at the 2x and I look at the 6x. And I know I can factor out a 2. And I know I can also factor out an x. So 2x times x is 2x squared. If I put a 3 here, I get 2 times 3 is 6. And 2x times 3 is 6x. I'm over here. I need to factor something out of here. So I'm going to factor out a minus 7. Okay, so I just factored out the minus 7 here. I'm going to put in here minus 7 times what? X. And minus 7 times a negative 3. That's positive. And now I'm going to regroup. So I have my 2x here. I have minus 7 there. So I have 2x minus 7. And over here, I have x minus 3. And I'm done. Oops. Okay, so you're going to try practicing on IXL, and please ask questions in class.